Hi, this is Sandy Gold. If you saw the webinar, I hope you enjoyed it and I learned something in there. The main reason why I'm doing this little after session is just because I feel that there's some of the things that you need to think about. And those are things like considering what your day job is going to present to you in the morning. It's Monday and you may be tired, of course, and you're thinking you're going to work. Now, I'll just give you a quick recap of where I started. Not with iPro, but with affiliate marketing. And going back 10 years to 2006 when I was working in engineering. And I was previously a music teacher, so it was a bit of a change to go back to engineering. And I was welding and doing 12-hour shifts, really heavy work. And driving to work, it took me an hour and a half to get to work, and to get back from work, should I say, and an hour to get to work in the morning because there was no traffic on the road. But that's literally 2.5 hours driving each day on top of a 12-hour shift was a real killer. And the work was so heavy as well, I couldn't continue it on. So I knew that I had to find something else to do. And I remember sitting at home, falling asleep, filthy black, because there's no point in getting a proper scrub down and shower because it'll be 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm up again at 4 o'clock in the morning, out the door by 4:15 or 4:30, and straight back to work. And driving to work 4:30, get there for 5:30, and then have half an hour or so to mess around. Unless the traffic was heavy, then I'd maybe just get to work at 5:45 and time for clocking on. And then I used to clock on at 6 and work all through the day with about half an hour for my lunch break. And we used to get bonus, like piece rate of its payments for knocking out more units each day. So we needed that bonus. And it was an £800 a week job, but I'd never want to go back to that type of money because it was just ridiculous. And the amount of money that you get for the amount of work you're doing is just not worth it. And then to top all that off, there's a drive back home again. And, you know, when you get home, you're missing your family because you're too tired and you just can't function. And you're doing that 6 days a week, okay? And people say, what do you do on your 7th day? Well, all I did on my 7th day and also on the evenings when I came home was I got myself sat in front of my computer. First, I never sat down anywhere else. I went straight to my computer and sat down. And my wife would bring my tea and put it on in front of me. And I'd often fall asleep with food in my mouth, you know, and she'd be tapping me on the shoulder to go to bed. And I'd say, make sure that I'm in bed for 11 because I need at least, you know, that little bit of sleep, 5 hours sleep or so. So that I'm, and I would be out cold by 10 o'clock anyway because I was so tired. And that was at the age of 42. Now I've just turned 53 this year, this July, but I gave up. I worked in that industry for a number of years, and from the point where I made a decision that I wanted to change, I started building my online business. And it took me about 2 years to get to a point where I was making really, really good money at it. But that was back then. I didn't know anything. And I was having to discover everything. The thing with iPros is everything's already there for you. It's already laid out. When I started, I had to struggle. And, you know, I was watching how-to videos and learning to do PPC, pay-per-click advertising, those ads that you see down the right-hand side of Google. I was learning to do email marketing. I was making mistakes all over the place and spending lots of money doing lots of things which really were, you know, ridiculous. But that had to be done because I had to get through this learning curve. And if I'd have had iPros back then, it just wasn't around then. If it had been in there, I know it had just taken off. So anyway, what I want to say to you is you've got a wonderful system in front of you, the iPro system, where you can learn affiliate marketing and you can also sell the company's products as well as if they were your own products. And it's like creating memberships. And one of the things that I do is I have my own membership site. So with iPros, basically you're selling memberships to the iPro system, and you're making a monthly residual income, as you would have seen in the webinar, the web class, when it was all laid out for you. If you missed it for any reason, I can get you another invite if you go to that link that I've got in the video description, or if you can see it on the screen. But there is a link going in the video description, and I'll leave this on YouTube after talk. So that's all I wanted to say is, I know what hard work is, but for the last 10 years I haven't done hard work, because I gave up my hard work in life in December 2006, and I've never worked for anyone else ever since. I've only ever worked for myself, and I've been self-employed, and I've never actually gone out the door for the last 10 years to go to work for anyone else. I've done it all from the comfort of my home, working online. And although it is now 2:15, this isn't work for me. I've just been playing one of my games, because I'm a gamer. I've been playing farming simulators today, and making a feeding mix ration video. And I've just been doing the write-up for that, so that's uploading now as I speak. And posting videos from a gaming channel, which is nothing to do with my business, but still, this is to do with my business, of course. And so I can show you that life is a lot easier when you get over that other side, when you've got enough money to do what you want to do. Don't live extravagantly. If you want to live extravagantly, yeah, fine, but you've got to make the income. But I say, don't live extravagantly. Live to your means, and you've got to design your lifestyle, and then find a way of making enough money to support that lifestyle. Now, if you make that lifestyle, say, no, I want to earn £100 million next year because I want a big mansion, and I want, that from where you are currently to where you want to be is such a big jump. It's an insurmountable mountain. You'll never do it, and you think, oh, I can't ever do that. It's too big, too much of a jump. So what you do is you do it in little bits. And the first thing is to replace your income. If you're working for a living, to replace that income. So you've got to go and do a little bit. Now, if you're thinking of the laptop lifestyle, where you're sitting down for a couple of hours and tapping on the keyboard for a little bit, and that is going to generate thousands and thousands of pounds a month, that only comes after you've been doing it for a long while. Generally, what happens is, if you're going to find a way of making money, right, just like when you job, you go to, all right, difference with a job is that you go to work for money and you exchange your time for money. With a web business, you put that time into your web business, and the web business stays on the web all the time, 24/7. So even when you're asleep, if you've built it correctly, automated systems like somebody could come and sign up for my iPro business 3 o'clock in the morning after I've been in bed for an hour. They might see this video, go follow the link, and then go and sign up. I'll go on the next webinar next week. I don't even know who they are. And then, so it builds your business. The more connections you put out there, and you build across your social media channels, build yourself a website. And I teach all that as well. So when you get in iPro, I'll be able to help you with that sort of stuff. But iPro has all the system in place anyway for that. iPro teaches you all that. They teach you how to install a WordPress website if that's what you want to do. Teach you email marketing, teach you about social media. It's all there for you. So you don't have the learning curve's still got to be there, because you still got to take it in, of course. But apart from that, all of it is there online waiting for you, just to start soaking it up and learning. And the more you learn and apply, the more you'll learn. The more you'll earn. So learning it on its own is not enough. You've got to apply it. So the more you learn and apply, the more you will learn, because it's just an application of something. It's like, for instance, if you've ever done a Rubik's Cube, you'll know that it's a sequence of maneuvers. It's a set pattern of things. People who don't understand Rubik's Cubes and engineering, they can't understand how to work it out. But it's not that difficult, really. you've got set group of patterns you can do, and once you've done that sequence and it resolves to this, then you do the next sequence and it resolves to another thing. So you've got one side done, then you've got the middle band done, and then you do the top face, and then you go over and you do all of the positions around it. Once it's complete, it's a physical, it's almost like a plan for success. You follow the plan and it will result in that achieved, finished solved Rubik's Cube. In the same sense, it's the same with business. You put A, B, and C together, you put your email marketing in, you put your website in, you put your social media in, and people start talking on it and using it, and people will start following you. If you're interested in stuff, other people will be interested in the same stuff. You're not, even if you're a loner and a hermit like I am. I'm a bit of a hermit because I don't go out much, but I do socialise, but online. But socialise in games, chat rooms, and that. So I've got lots of friends, but basically they're all distant all around the world. They're not my local social area. My wife, she knows everybody, and the cats and the dogs' names and the birthdays and everything. But I don't know 3 streets away, and I'd be lost on my estate, and I've lived here 15, 20 years. So I've never walked more than about 10 streets in any other direction other than towards my city centre. And I drive everywhere. So, if I went down the back streets looking for some address, I get lost. I know because I was actually looking for something my daughter bought off Facebook of a woman for some toys. And I went to pick them up for her, and I got lost on the estate, and I couldn't even find my way out the estate. I was driving around it to try and go, to get out onto the main road. Anyway, that's the thing. But the point is, even if you've got, all that, no social network locally, and you're not, you're a hermit, and you are maybe even slightly antisocial, when it comes down to having a social network out there, so long as you behave yourself and you can, converse with people, and also have things like, you've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. There's dozens of them. I can't remember them all. You have all those linked in, and you talk about any subject. Usually cats and dogs people talk about, don't they? And fitness and health and weight loss and all them sort of things. Whichever you want to talk about, other people will be interested in it. And if you go out and find products and services as an affiliate marketer, and they're good products and services, there's no reason why people won't buy them. I have a health blog where I sell heart rate monitors because I use one myself. So the one I bought, I blogged about it and wrote a real nice post on it because I liked the screen and it was big. And the one I had before was all digital, but it was all real small and it had an horrible screen on it. And so I wrote the comparison up, because it was both about the same price. So for that price, you might as well have had this one. But the two weren't comparable by statistics. And then I started selling the one that I was ranting on about. And that gives you an idea of things. Well, if I rant out on about something else, maybe they'll buy that as well. So you go on your health blog, you talk about heart rate conditioning, and read lots of books on it, and learn whatever subject it is. It could be woodworking, it could be building yachts or golfing or whatever. Read lots about the subject. If you're subjects of interest to you, it could be building model trains or whatever it is. Pilates or I don't know, gardening, growing tomatoes, anything you know about, you can start to blog about. And that blog can be the basis, the foundation for you to start your internet career and basically bring people in who are interested. They see a banner on your side for your iPro business and say, what's that about? So, well, that's where I learned how to blog, how to do social media, how to do email marketing, which is what you see me doing on my, how to grow tomatoes or how to grow mushrooms blog. And I've used all these things I've learned from iPros to build this. And I sell an ebook on, growing mushrooms, and an ebook on this, and, how to fertilize your potting beds and all that business. And you learn how to do all this with the social media tools and email marketing and networking and using webinars and what have you. And you know, that's how you integrate your business, your affiliate marketing business, with your iPro business. And then people say, where did you learn all this stuff? Well, it's your iPro business. So when they get into your iPro business, you're earning money as well from that. You know, but the iPro business is a place you can earn money from day one, because you could get in today and then tell somebody else about it. They could get in and you would make commissions from that, and monthly ongoing commissions as well. So there were some different figures mentioned tonight when I was on the webinar. Currently, when I get a $47 membership, I get about $40 of it, and they mentioned 100%. So I don't know whether that's changed. I'll have to go in my back office and have a look. And there's amounts you can earn from $10, $47, right up through to thousands. And I'm in at the thousands level. So when I introduce somebody who pays $2,500 or $1,000, $2,000 for a membership, I get $1,000 of that. So I can earn $1,000 every time I get somebody in at the same level as myself. Anyway, so I just wanted to point those things out to you, and just hope that, you know, I can make you see the benefits that, you know, lay before you. And there's nothing worse than going through life and thinking, oh, if I'd have started this 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 2 years ago, you know, the time is now. The time is right for you right now. And if you go into iPros with me, with my link, then I will personally help you and, you know, give you advice and you know, show you how to do stuff, basically, whatever it is you need to learn. I'll try and teach you it. But it's all the teaching's there in iPros anyway, so you can learn it from two sources. The iPros is where you'll learn it first, and if you don't understand it, then I'll help you with it, because I know all of the stuff that the iPros people are teaching, that the my mentors are teaching. Dean Holland, Louis Doherty, and Glenn Shepherd. They're the ones who are doing most of the training at the moment, and they're absolutely amazing. So learn from these people, you know, and also learn from me. And what I want to say to you is, I'd like to welcome you to, you know, join me in my iPro business, and, you know, welcome you to the business if you've just got in, because I know some people have just said they're getting in, and I've had a couple of emails. And if you already you're only thinking about getting in and you haven't got in yet, then please, you know, take the opportunity, follow that link, and get on the webinar next week, next Monday evening. And I'll probably try and be here on a Google Hangout as well. And if I have your email, I will send you an email for this this webcast, this Google Hangout webcast that I'm doing, just to have a natter one-on-one, as it were, because I'm not taking questions straight back at you at the moment. But still, there's no reason why we can't do that at a different time. I don't want to do it just before the webinar or just after the webinar, like now, because the webinar is just finished, and you know, I'm going to go off and play a bit more of my game. So anyway, this has been Andy Gold. Remember to follow and sign up for my email as well. There's an email link somewhere on there. And I will catch you in the future sometime.